Hey guys, what's going on? Luke here doing a tutorial on Train Agent, the level that separates the men from the boys in GoldenEye speedrunning. Now, the version differences are really important on Train, where the PAL version is the most advantaged by far. So, due to the laser shooting quicker and there being lower lag in general, PAL is by far the best version. So if you can get your hands on a copy and you want to get better at Train, definitely want to do that. If not, and you live in America or in Canada, you want to try and get your hands on the Jap copy because it's somewhere between the two NTSC and PAL versions in terms of the laser speed and the lag, where NTSC is like very, very difficult to get consistent runs, and the locks are much more difficult because the laser's shooting that extra bit slower. So yeah, that's basically all you need to know about the version differences. I'm going to show you Mark Rizzo's 59 for this tutorial vid, mainly because the quality is a bit better than the 58 that he has, so that's one reason, but also I think it's a better video to explain strategies and make a tutorial out of. And what I'll do also is I'll mention why it's not a 58 on this run, and I can talk a bit about how you could improve this run. Okay, so let's go. And I'm going to assume that you guys have all watched the 59 or the 58, so I'm not going to play it in its entirety. I'm going to play it piece by piece, and maybe I'll play it all at the end and talk about it. But I think we're just going to do it piece by piece. So the first thing that you want to do is to cut both cinemas and get ready to turn left. While you're cutting the cinemas, you want to switch to your watch laser. So you never want to see Bond pull out the PP7 in at all. You want to immediately switch to watch laser and laser through the lower crate in right strafe. So let's watch this. It's a bit loud. I'll go back. There, so you want to laser through that lower box in right strafe, and you want to use the momentum from that boost, if you get a boost, which you hopefully do, to take you through these next two crates, weaving between these guards. You don't really want to bother with the guards. You kind of want to keep your head down and just go through. And then turn and face the brake, the first brake, like this. And as soon as you see the brake and you're lined up to shoot it, start lasering the brake. And keep moving at the brake while you're lasering it. You want to keep in full speed, strafing towards the brake. Now, you should be destroying the brake as you get pretty close to it, and as soon as it blows up, you want to left strafe a tiny bit until you can open this first door, and you want to open the door, run directly forward, and then open the next door behind it. Yeah, and the door timings is really hard to learn, but you basically just have to kind of do them safer to start with, and as you get faster and faster, you can keep improving your door timings, so you can get through the doors as fast as possible. As we're entering the second room, you want to keep a look down, and you want to just look up a little bit, so center your aim a bit and shoot out this crate that you're running straight towards. There's different strategies for this room, like you can go in right strafe here and kill the guard to the left, and then weave your way through the crates. But the fastest strategy, and the one I would recommend you learning, is just to laser straight through the crate in front of you. Lasers through the crate, gets a boost from it, through the other side, and then you want to keep running but have a bit of right strafe here, and start lasering this crate here, that you can see Mark lasering now, and you want to get a boost through this one as well. And sometimes there'll be a guard behind this set of crates, so you want to keep your watch laser going this whole time. You don't want to stop lasering in case there's a guard here. And it's going to be really nice to kill this guard because you won't, unless you hit his gun, which can be really bad and you can slow down a lot, you want to kill this guard and then keep moving through, and you'll lower lag by killing more guards as you're playing the level. So this is actually quite a good thing to happen. So you kill him, and this is a very important bit, and it's quite hard to learn this, but once you get through this guard, you want to start left strafing, and you want to kind of line your body up to move in a very nice straight line through these boxes here. Okay, there. And hopefully you can either injure that guard that you saw Mark injure, and you can sometimes even kill him if you get a headshot. But I would recommend just to kind of keep your head down and focus more on making this line really nice. And you want to angle yourself like this, so you want to be facing your body opening up to the next break, which is coming up. And Mark actually gets a tiny stuck on this corner of this box. I find this box to be quite tricky. I sometimes get stuck here too, but you really just want to clear the box. But you see how Mark now has a bit of a view towards the break, because you really want to sort of set yourself up for getting this next break here. And try and clear the box without getting stuck on the corner, of course. Yep, now, as you pass the box, lots of different things can happen here. Usually these guards are really okay. You don't have to worry too much about them. But this guard here, who's just, he's run out from behind that left crate, he can stand behind the crate and back boost you, which really sucks. Happens like 1 in 5 runs or something. He can also kind of sidestep, which can be basically run over. And it also can kind of like run around the box and try and get you. This sometimes annoys you because you get stuck on him, but this time I think Mark just like lasers straight through him and then lasers this break. The guy on the right can back boost you as well, and he can sort of sidestep and stuff, but he should be fine. It's this left guy that's the biggest problem here. Straight through him, and you want to, so you watch Mark's aim. He's facing the break, and he's going to start lasering at the right time. And yeah, you don't want to laser too far before the break, because it's creating lag, and it sometimes really affects, makes it harder to actually destroy the break quickly. You want to wait until you get close enough, and then hold fire for enough, and then you can move on. So lasering, and this is all while you're going full speed, so you want to just keep practicing until you can sort of get this. Watch it explode, and then you want to look to the left and tap this door. This is actually one of the hardest breaks to first learn to get full speed at, and a lot of players will sort of strafe into the corner of the break in the door, aim at the break, blow it up, and then go through the door. However, I would recommend doing it like this. So, straight at the break, blow it up. As soon as you see it blow up, bang, to the door. Open the door, and you want to be moving into right strafe during this door transition, which is important because you want to shoot out of these doors in right strafe. Okay, into the blue room. Now, if you're on a fast run, sometimes there's a guard right here, and he comes out of this door here, and he can be really trolly and like get right in the way here. So other times he'll just be standing here and you can just zip past, or you might get a boost through, so go past him. So if he's there, what you should try and do is flick your aim to the right and try and kill him, and then you can move through. But hopefully, and you probably won't find him there until you start getting very fast starts. And then even with a fast start, he doesn't have to be there. Like Mark on this run doesn't have him there. So if he's there, you want to do that. You want to kill him and go through. And then you want to kind of you want to strafe through here and then kind of hug the right wall down there. And yeah. So, and then you want to laser this guy and aim low so you don't hit his gun. Also, they can crouch, and the worst thing is to aim too high and have them crouch under you, and you get stuck on the guards. Because really what you want to do here is not lose any time. So you want to get the guards before you hit them. To kill him. Now, this guard is really interesting actually, and you can kind of manipulate him if you look left. If you turn, after killing that guard before, if you kind of angle really far left here, this guard will do a running animation, or he just basically won't back boost you as much. So Mark always does this on his runs, I've noticed. Really hard left, and then when he gets close to the guard, he'll turn right again and then shoot him. Okay? And then back left, because you want to get the most out of this, you want to strafe as much as you can during this long corridor. And when you're about to get to the break, you want to get a good aim on the break. Okay, so Mark positions himself well for the break, moves up towards it, starts lasering, at the right time, not too early, not too late, moving straight at the break. This guard on the left here is going to run out of this door if you're fast enough, and you really don't want to you don't want to care about this guy at all until this break is taken care of. So you want to just nail the brake and then aim to the guard and kill him while you open the next door, or before you open the next door. So brake dead, and Mark just ignores him completely because the guard wasn't in his way. But you can also kill the brake and then kill the guard and then go in through the door, all while holding full speed. I might just go back actually, there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, so go back to the second brake. Back. Second brake down, door, right strafe. Laser the guy, let go of laser, aim left, laser him, aim at the brake, blow the brake up. If you have to, you can kill the guy if he's in the way after the brake, but you really just want to be kind of using, because you've been using right C and up C the whole time through the corridor. Now you want to move to left C and up C. Okay, open the door. Now I hold up C for this next door. Yep. Now, really hard bit coming up here to learn, but very important if you want to get good times. So, as this door opens, you want to use up and left C if you're using 1.2, and you want to lock yourself, you want to lock Bond's body in with the brake to the left here. So through the door, and you want to lock your body into this brake. That's the best I can describe it. You just kind of want to be strafing against it. So you're holding up and left C at the moment, and shooting the brake on the edge. And you want to kind of really anticipate when you blow that brake up. So at first when you're doing this, you can really take it safe and strafe up against the brake, watch it blow up and then move off. But as you get faster and faster, you really want to anticipate this one blowing up, because it's really important that you leave this brake quickly in order to not get fucked by the guards ahead. So it leaves the brake in right strafe for a little bit and then switches to left. Yep. And you want to have a look down here so you don't hit their guns and they don't crouch out of your way. And you want to be lasering, and you want to hold laser through this part. Laser, let go of laser. So you want to laser through, it's 2 or 3 guards depending on how quickly you were at that brake. There, through the door, pull the brake, laser, and then left strafing. Another thing I want to point out here is here you got a boost. So if you get a boost before this brake, it's going to be quite hard to manage that boost. But if you really jam on up and left C, you won't get flung past the brake. But it does really annoy me to get boosted past this brake, and I think you guys will all agree with that. Okay, now strafing. You want to just sort of stay in strafe here, just chill for a bit, and then start lasering before you reach these 2 guard doors. So let me go back here. There, you want to laser a door before, and you want to rip through these 2 guards, aim up, take this guy out, and then open these doors. Now, because this guard is on this right here, he's going to ignore him and go through like this, and then open this door here. There's a lot of different patterns that can happen here. It's a very random level with guards, and they're all in different locations every time. Usually you'll find a couple of guards here. You'll probably find a double ZMG guard in the front and a Dostucci guard at the back. And then you just want to laser through them in right strafe. Here he doesn't get any guards here, so he knows they're going to be more spawning later on, which is usually a bit of a problem, but Mark seems to handle it well on this run. So anyway, because there's no guards, you don't laser through, you just kind of stay on right strafe. Take a line kind of along this table edge, okay, close to the table, and then you want to aim at the door and kind of you want to anticipate the door. And this is a bit tricky to get down, but you want to open this door in right strafe. Keep looking forward here, so you want to switch strafes during this door transition. So looking forward, opening the door, and then come out in left strafe. Okay, and then you want to hug this table corner. Okay, don't get stuck on the corner, but hug it. And then you want to open this door kind of facing forward, because there's going to be guards behind this door most of the time. And also the brake is coming up, so you want to be ready for the brake. Okay, brake down, next 2 doors. Now, a very important bit here is to, you can take this brake quite a few many ways. On 00 Agent, you'd open this door and then you'd move to the back, to the left, and take it out from a distance. But on Agent, the fastest way to do it is to just swivel at it after you clear this door. So Mark clears the door, swivels at it, and takes it out in one fluid motion, like this. The fastest way to do it, but also the most tricky, because you could get a boost, and it's just hard to control that turn. When I show my video, my 1 or 2, I'll show you the other way to do it, which is it's kind of pussying out, but you'll take a big pirouette around the brake and you'll end up blowing it up while standing in that corner. And it's much safer, but it's also about a second slower. Anyway, after you blow this brake up, you want to move off in left strafe instantly, and you want to laser through that guard. And now you want to keep moving, get in a good position here, and face the door as the door opens. And hopefully, if you're lucky and if you've killed enough guards throughout the level and you get lucky as well, this door will be wide open, and the first guard will either be coming out of the door or is already standing in the doorway. And you want to just shoot and aim high here, aim at their chest, and do not hit the guns. It's a really tough part of the level actually, and it's insanely important. You can waste so much time here, and I think this is a spot where new players will lose maybe 2 or 3 seconds. So you want to do as little as possible, really. You want less is more here. Get a good aim at the door, get a good aim at the guards, and stand still for a bit. Just chill and shoot the guard. Wait till he dies. Move through the next guard. Okay, while lasering, and move into the room. Okay, and how you position yourself for these locks is crucial. You want to be close enough that you don't want to be too close, because if you get too close to the locks, you crouch, and then it's impossible to do the locks. So you want to keep some distance between yourself and the locks, and you don't want to be too far to the right-hand side, and you also don't want to be too far to the left-hand side. If you're too far to the right-hand side and you're looking to the left, you're looking towards where the guards are, and it's insanely laggy. I've seen actually a few players doing this recently, and I've told them, you really don't want to be doing this. So I break that habit sooner rather than later, I think. It also makes the exit harder if you're standing more like over here, because you have to come all the way around and then exit in the left strafe. So this is the perfect position that Mark's got right now. And too far to the left means you're too close to the door, and it's laggier and it's not nice. So you really want to be kind of in between. Look where the square is, and then kind of be either down in the middle of it or a little bit to the left, looking right. If you're going to go clockwise, which is what I like to do, I start at either the top brake. Usually it doesn't blow, but I try the top brake or the second from top, right here, and then go in this kind of motion. So my last brake will probably be this one. Mark likes to go anti-clockwise, and I've seen a couple other players doing it too. So they'll start down the bottom right, and they'll move around in an anti-clockwise motion, and the last brake will probably be either this brake or this brake. And it's actually the best option, because I think it's a little bit less laggy. If you're using if you're the fastest player in the world, you're going to have a little less lag, and you'll notice it. It also means you can do a crouch last brake easier, because your brake will be down the bottom somewhere. You can also, if you really want to, start down here and move around in a clockwise direction. There's no reason why you can't do that. But it's just definitely a good idea to start somewhere on the right. Yeah, if you're starting on the left, you're going to get like this weird amount of lag looking to the left, I think. And the way you've just moved into the room means you're turning left. So you want to be able to turn in and start the locks quickly. Wow, okay. There's a lot to explain here. Okay, so when you start the brakes, you really want to get one brake off. Like, you don't want to start injuring a lot of brakes trying to go too fast. That is never going to work. You want to really nail one brake, and then from that brake you want to move to the next brake, nail that, and then get into a rhythm. And then of course, as you're a newer player, you want to do a slower brakes, but make sure they're very consistently in rhythm, and then you can get faster and faster the better you get at the level. But watch Mark here, because he he's moving his watch laser from each break in a very like jagged motion. He's not kind of going over them really smoothly. I've noticed a few players have trouble with the brakes because they kind of hover the cursor over the brakes. They hover the laser over the brakes really slowly in like a smooth sort of motion, and it's just never going to work because you're going from like missing a brake to damaging it, then missing it, then you're missing it a lot as much as you are damaging. If you're moving in a jagged motion, you're going to be damaging for a whole split second, then damaging for a split second, then damaging. And these brakes have health, so imagine them as enemies, and you just want to like get them off, kind of like insects or something. You're trying to like zap them. So watch this again, and how he's moving from lock to lock. It's like surgery. It's like the most surgical sort of thing in GoldenEye. These movements are really tiny that you're making, but you want to be in complete control. You're obviously going to have runs where you miss one, and it's going to be just a regular run with a missed lock, and you just have to restart and do it again until you get a nice set. But what you don't want to be doing is you don't want to be either trying to go too fast here and be out of control and never get a run, and you also don't want to be going really glidey over the locks, because you'll never get a fast set of locks that way. You want to try and emulate Mark as much as possible. And soon you'll be able to get them really quick, with enough practice. And it really helps when you have low lag. So if you've had a really low lag run and you get to the locks, they'll fly off, especially on PAL. On NTSC you're going to have more trouble, but on PAL they'll fly straight off. Another thing to point out is that Mark's doing it to the music too. So he's got music on, which is I would recommend music for train. And the locks are coming off. He's moving to the time of the music, so it's like listen to the song and watch how he's moving his laser. So these are insane locks. I'm going, and then as you get out of the train, you just left straight to the end. And he's got 133 watch laser ammo left, which is a very high number. You just want to be aiming for 100 as you're kind of getting good at this level. Probably even 90 if you're sort of learning. That's a good number to end on. But yeah, upper 90s and 100 is good. And then if you can start getting 110, 115, that's like really good. And 133 is pretty insane. It means he's had a really solid run, hasn't used too much of his laser, and then had very, very insane locks, like very, very efficient locks. Okay. He waited this a bit, just like really hyped. Yeah. It's a nice time. And I'm just going to go back through and just talk about some music checkpoints. And then I might play my 102 and show a few of the kind of pussy strats that I used. Okay, as the music changes here, you want to be kind of at that box or past the box. So he's like way past the box, which is pretty intense. If you have that music happen there, that's world record pace pretty much. So that's something to aim for. You can even have that music change like as you're going towards that break, but having it while you're blowing it up is pretty insane. The music will change again, and if you're past those two doors, it's a very fast run. If you're just doing those two doors, or if you're behind that, it's still a pretty quick run. I'll just note another couple of music things and then I'll stop doing this. The beat happened after the table, which is really insane. Okay, and then the music changed again as he was entering and getting ready to do the locks. So that's you could get a world record with that, or you could get 59. with really insane locks. And that's power music, so if you're in TSC, don't worry. And if you're Jap, don't worry. Okay, now just to go and show a bit of the 102 here. Let's see if I can point out some nice things here. Okay, good start boost, good first break. Oh, I got backed there, so you can still keep going if you get it back. It's fine. Through nicely. Good second break. Guard kind of got in my way there. Like that guard, as I said, he will be there if it's a fast run. So there, and I lasered through him. Get him and him. So 2 guards there, it's a bit weird, but it's still fine. Aim at the break, full speed, 2 doors, lock in, break, left strafe, 2 guards, wait, laser, boost, kind of weird, line there. Guard was in front of that break, which is annoying, but you can still manage it. Like this, you just gotta get through him. Now I go around this break, which is the slow strat, but I take it in left strafe and then I right strafe. I get a back boost from this guard. I line up here. Decent kills. Slowish transition to the break, to the locks. Good set so far. Slow there, choking a bit. Choked it because I missed a lock. Had to go back for a lock. So that was like 101 pace with that missed lock. And I lost another second going into the room, so I'll go back here. Okay, so pretty much this was 59 pace up to here. Then I went around and lost a second. Got a back boost. Now it's 1 minute pace. Now I lost a second there. So it's 101 pace. I lost, about a second there too. And then having to go back to that break, that lock. But I keep calling locks breaks. But I ended on 110, which is still a nice number. And you can just, at the end, you can just crouch or something when you get past the train. It doesn't matter if you keep running. Well, I honestly have no idea how helpful this will be, but I've definitely pointed out pretty much as I know about the level. There's a lot of randomness, so there's lots of different kinds of guard setups you can get. You want to be fast though, and you want to be fast at the start, because the faster you are at the start, the better your guard setups will be, and the faster you'll keep going. It's almost like a exponential. So if you start making mistakes, they'll keep making more mistakes and more mistakes, and you'll lose time like that. But if you're fast at the start, then you're going to get better guards. You're probably going to save time like that, and you'll be getting to the end on good pace. Try your best to hold full speed at all the breaks. If you're struggling with one of the breaks or two of the breaks, then you can ease off on the speed on those. Especially the third break, I find that to be the hardest, as well as the last break. But the fourth break, I do recommend you learn that fourth break strategy. It is not nearly as bad as it first seems. I'm going to go and show it. Third. There, you want to move in and just take it out and then move on. The other strategy that a lot of people use is they'll go through here and they will move themselves into here and they'll look at it from there. So they will look at it to the left, take it out, and then move off. The problem with that is that you're standing still, so you've lost full speed. It's harder to move off quickly, and then you're going to get stuck behind these guards and back boosted. So not only is this method faster to take the break out, it's also faster to get through these next couple of guards. So it's going to save lots of time. So do it. And get a really good time. This could have been a bit faster actually, the strafing was a bit off. I hate doing that strategy, but sometimes you have to. Move in, should move in faster. That was a good low set, actually. And then I choked here. You really don't want to do that. You don't want to move slowly from lock to lock. You really want to... You never want to be like, oh, I'm scared here. You just want to be like getting, lock, 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 lock. And then once you finish them, you can then get nervous. Don't let the nerves get you here. The better you get, the more experience you get, the faster you will take these locks out. Look, I think that's all I can say here. If you have any questions, you can just ask me the questions. But think about everything I've said, and hopefully you can go and smash that time. Alright, see you guys.